which is the Daredevil Hot Toys I really wanted. So I'm gonna have to get that one now. More money, but glad the black suit's back. Daredevil Season 3. So Daredevil Season 3 is the newest season of Daredevil on Netflix. It takes place after the Defenders. Matt Murdock's in a bit of a different place now. At first physically, throughout the season mentally. Up to this point, he's been Matt Murdock, lawyer by day, Daredevil by night. But in this season, he has just given up the life of Matt Murdock. He's like, Matt Murdock was a lie. I am the Daredevil. So he's Daredevil by night, Daredevil without the ninja outfit during the day. It's actually a really sweet twist and take, and it's something that shows for Season 3, the best shows I can think of, usually in Season 3, they do something. They do something to switch it up, to flip it on its head. You can't keep the same structure and formula forever. You have to do something. That's what Season 3 did. At first, I was really put off by it. I'm like, how interesting can that be? I like Season 1 with, you know, Daredevil, Matt Murdock, and friends. But it totally works for Season 3. I am so glad to see Vincent D'Onofrio back as Wilson Fisk. I love his Wilson Fisk. In this season, he's got the white suit. You just look at him when he's talking, you're like, that's him. That's the guy. That is as Wilson Fisk could ever be. Like, this perfect casting. And I really love the story and lesson this season's telling. Like, he's on house arrest, granted in a penthouse, but still house arrest. The FBI's looking over him. There's no way this guy can be any threat whatsoever. But it's Wilson Fisk, and what he's doing and how he does it, it's brilliant. And it really shows how unstoppable this guy is. And he's doing it for love. Also, yes, Wilson Fisk is back, but we have ourselves another villain. Bullseye's in it. I didn't know Bullseye was going to be in this season. I've kept my nose out of Daredevil Season 3 talk, but one scene happens where you're like, pretty sure that's Bullseye. But I really love Bullseye's arc too. It's really a tragic tale. I mean, granted, he's a dick, but his life is a tragedy. And it really shows how Wilson Fisk, he's a manipulator. He sees what you need. He forms that bond and relationship between you, but it doesn't mean shit to him. It's a means to an end. You are a tool. And now he's got you. If that doesn't work, he'll just blackmail the shit out of you, but usually that's how he does it. Other than Bullseye's story being compelling, Bullseye as a villain, menacing as hell. And that's what I really love about what Netflix Daredevil has always done. It takes a character, hero or villain, and shows the best version of that character. Netflix Daredevil can take the dorkiest character ever and be like, we'll make him killer in this. I'm not saying Bullseye's dorky, I'm just saying they're just that talented. Bullseye, if you didn't know, is a crack shot. He always hits his target. He can take any inanimate object and make it a weapon, a projectile weapon, anything. Think about that. Think of how menacing that is. Let's say there's a throwdown in an office space. How much clutter and crap is in an office space? All of those are weapons for Bullseye. And there's a throwdown in here where Bullseye is essentially the most annoying boss fight ever. Anytime Daredevil's trying to get out of cover, he can't. Something whizzes by him. It's like, you're trapped. He's not doing that. He's ricocheting bullets like Revolver Ocelot and shit and hitting people that way. That's the second Metal Gear Solid reference I've made in 2 videos. I love that series. I'm kind of on a Metal Gear Solid kick right now. That's a really scary villain. It intimidates Matt Murdock. I love it when a villain comes on scene where the hero's like, I haven't even dealt with something like that before. So I don't know how to deal with it. There's no playbook. I'm learning as I go, and I haven't run into that yet. This is how I learn, is going toe to toe with this dude who doesn't miss, guy who can kill me from across the room with pens and pencils. And that's great. It keeps his series feeling fresh, new, exciting, and not stagnant. Also, the fight choreography. Daredevil is so good at framing up a shot and not cutting away too soon. It doesn't just put cut like, you know, I do in my videos. I'm trying to get a lot of verbal information to you in the quickest amount of time possible. I feel like that works for that, but not a fight scene. I just love the fact that Daredevil generally and usually keeps the fight shot going for long enough for you to see what's going on. And of course, in Daredevil tradition, there is a shot that's just one tracking shot through an uncut fight. And it's escalated, gotten more and more and more. In Season 1, it was that hallway. Season 2, staircase. Season 3 is just out of control. It goes from fighting to dialogue to more fighting to exiting the facility. It's like, I don't even know. I can't even comprehend how it was done. There are a couple scenes where I'm like, a cut could have been there. Still impressive nonetheless. Again, like, I wish MCU movies would do something like that. I feel like the season does start slow, but does it start slow or is it retrospectively slow? Like, it starts out slow in the first couple episodes, sure, but I was still interested as to what was happening with Matt Murdock. So it's not like I was uninterested. It just isn't as exciting as the rest of the season. By the time the season wraps up and ends, you look back at the first couple episodes, you're like, oh yeah, that was slow. But when I was there, I didn't feel like it was just unbearably slow. So there is that. I feel like it's a perspective thing, at least for me. Now, because it's concentrating so much on Matt Murdock and him as Daredevil this time, I feel like Foggy kind of gets pushed to the background. Not that he doesn't have his own stuff going on in here, but Karen gets more shine than Foggy. You see Foggy pop up throughout the season here and there, but he really comes into important play in the last couple episodes. Guys, in the end, if you like Daredevil Season 1, I feel like this season takes it back to what I loved about Season 1. Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk toe-to-toe for the soul of Hell's Kitchen and New York itself. Wilson Fisk is out, he is pissed, and he is coming after Daredevil. And he's doing it through skill, manipulation, resources, showing that he is, how to phrase it, he's one of the best villains ever. But all in all, this season, masterful. It was great. I feel like episode 4 or 5 on, it was just, I was like, one more episode. I can't go to bed now, just one more episode. Then after that episode, you're like, just what? I gotta sleep. I love it when a season or a show makes me do that in a binge. All right, so Daredevil season 2, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.